If you're over 40 and still wearing these things, chances are they're making you look older, sloppier, or like you're trying too hard. These aren't just style mistakes, they're habits that silently drag down your image. Let's fix that right now. Chapter 1. Techie running shoes with casual or smart outfits. I need to be honest here, I used to make this mistake all the time. You throw on your most comfortable pair of running shoes, thick soles, bright colors, logo on the side, and you tell yourself, hey, they're neutral enough. But here's the thing, they're not. Not when you're over 40. These shoes are designed for performance, not presentation. They're great for jogging, lifting weights, or hiking up hills. But when you try to pair them with chinos, jeans, or even a button-up shirt, they drag the whole look down. They look clunky, disconnected. And if you're wearing a polished outfit with shoes that scream trail running, it looks like you got dressed in the dark. Worse, they age you. And because that kind of mismatch isn't edgy, it just signals that you're not paying attention anymore. Wear this instead. If you want comfort, and I get it, we all do, switch to minimalist leather sneakers or a suede trainer-style shoe. You still get the cushioning and support, but the silhouette is cleaner, sleeker, and adult-appropriate. Go for neutral tones. White, off-white, navy, gray, even taupe or brown. These shades blend into a mature wardrobe and work across outfits. Leather sneakers go perfectly with jeans, tailored joggers, or even dress-down trousers and a lightweight knit. They don't just fit in, they elevate. And if you want to take it further, look into low-profile Chelsea boots, desert boots, or even refined loafers for when you want something smarter than a sneaker, but still easy to wear. Your footwear sets the tone, so ditch the orthotic-looking running shoes for something that tells the world you've still got style and standards. Chapter 2. Shirts with faded colors, bacon collars, and pilling fabric. We all have our favorite shirts. That soft polo from 5 years ago, the black crew neck that used to be sharp and crisp, or that button-up shirt you've worn to every single casual event since 2018. But here's the problem. Fabrics age, and when they do, they betray you. That once rich navy turns dull and washed out. The collar gets wavy. We call it a bacon collar for a reason. The sleeves stretch, the seams start to twist, and worst of all, you don't even notice it's happening. Until one day, you see yourself in a photo, and you realize your outfit looks sloppy. Not because you chose the wrong pieces, but because they've simply expired. Wear this instead. Treat your wardrobe like you would a car. You maintain it, you inspect it, and when something is too far gone, you replace it. Rotate your shirts. Don't overwear your favorites. And when the color fades or the fabric pills, use a fabric shaver or lint roller to buy a little more time. But once the structure's gone, it's done. Invest in higher quality tees, polos, and button-ups that can actually stand the test of time. Look for dense cotton, structured collars, strong shoulder seams, and always try it on and move around in it before committing. And here's something I personally do every season. I hold each shirt up to the light. If it looks thin, warped, or uneven in color, it goes. No hesitation. When your shirts look fresh, your whole outfit looks intentional, even if it's just a simple tee and jeans. Chapter 3. Ill-fitting, lightweight blazers that collapse at the shoulder. Now this is a quiet killer, because from a distance it looks like you're doing everything right. You're wearing a blazer, you've made an effort. But if the fit is off, especially in the shoulders, it destroys your presence. I see it all the time. Guys wearing blazers with shoulders that slope, ripple, or sag. Sometimes it's because the fabric is too thin. Other times it's just the wrong cut for your body. But the end result is the same. Instead of looking structured, sharp, and masculine, you look like you're wearing a hand-me-down. When you're over 40, your jacket can't just sit on your frame. It has to frame your body, especially the upper half. Wear this instead. Start with a blazer that has the right shoulder construction. That doesn't mean it needs to be stiff, it just needs to hold its line. A lightly padded shoulder can work wonders. And if you prefer soft tailoring, but make sure the fabric has enough weight to drape properly. Here's what to check. The seam should hit right at the edge of your natural shoulder. No divots, no bunching when you raise your arms. It should taper gently at the waist, even if you've got a broader middle. And the sleeves should never bunch at the wrist. Also, stay away from synthetic fabrics that wrinkle too easily. Wool blends, cotton twill, or even knit jersey with structure will hold up better and breathe easier. One more thing. Tailor it. Even a decent off-the-rack blazer can look custom with the right adjustments. A $150 blazer that fits perfectly will always look better than a $600 one that hangs like a curtain. At this age, you don't need more blazers. Do you need the right blazer? Just one or two that fit like armor and instantly sharpen your entire look. Chapter 4. Loose, boxy jeans that add bulk where you don't need it. Let's talk denim because I promise you, if you're still wearing baggy, bootcut, or loose-fit jeans, they're making you look heavier, shorter, and older than you are. This isn't about chasing skinny jeans. It's about shape. And when your jeans add visual weight to your lower half, they throw off your proportions completely. Especially when you're over 40, you need to define your silhouette, not drown it in fabric. Loose jeans can make your legs look stumpy, they can make your shoes disappear, and they send the message that you're stuck in a time warp, somewhere between 2004 and a Home Depot commercial. Wear this instead. Choose jeans with a slim straight or athletic taper. These styles give you room in the thighs but narrow slightly at the ankle. That taper elongates your legs, cleans up your profile, and works with everything from boots to sneakers. Look for mid-rise jeans that sit just below your belly button. This helps define your waist without sagging. Dark washes always win. Raw indigo, deep charcoal, black. Avoid distressing. No weird bleach splashes or embroidery on the back pockets, and pay attention to break. Your jeans should just touch the top of your shoes, not stack like an accordion at your ankles. One last tip, spend a little more on denim. There are mid-tier brands that offer phenomenal fits and fabrics for under $150, and they'll last you years. It's a small investment in everyday confidence. Jeans are a foundation piece. When they're wrong, nothing else works. But when they're right, you look sharper without trying harder. Chapter 5. Wearing business belts with casual outfits or vice versa. Let's talk about belts, because believe it or not, a lot of guys over 40 ruin an otherwise decent outfit with the wrong belt. I'm not even talking about oversized buckles or worn-out leather, though if that's happening, we'll get to it. What I'm talking about is the mismatch. Wearing a shiny, stiff dress belt with jeans and sneakers. Or worse, wearing a rugged, casual belt with slacks and a blazer, thinking no one will notice. But they do. Women do. I do. And you should too. See, your belt is one of the few accessories that actually connects the top and bottom halves of your outfit. It literally holds the look together. So when it doesn't match the tone of what you're wearing, it creates this small, quiet disconnect that throws everything off. If you're wearing jeans or chinos, you need a belt that feels relaxed. Something with soft leather, or maybe a matte finish. Not the same black belt you wore to a wedding in 2009. And if you're wearing dress trousers, you need something sleek and refined, not something with contrast stitching or a bulky silver buckle. The goal isn't to have 100 belts, it's to have 2 or 3 that each serve a purpose, and none that kill your outfit without you realizing it. And one more thing, if the edges of your belt are cracking, if the holes are stretched, if it has that ripple from years of sitting, it's time to replace it. You wouldn't wear a wrinkled, saggy shirt, so don't wear a belt that looks just as tired. Chapter 6. Wearing coats that swallow you whole. You might not think about coat fit very often, especially if you live in a colder climate where warmth is king. But here's the problem I see again and again. Guys in their 40s and 50s still wearing coats that are 2 sizes too big. They've got dropped shoulders. The sleeves are long enough to hide your entire watch. The body of the coat drowns your frame, and I get it. Years ago, everything was looser, more relaxed, and that oversized coat felt practical. But now, when you put it on, it hides your shape. It slumps your posture, it makes you look bulkier than you are, and not in a strong, masculine way. Just in a "this coat was on sale and I never checked the mirror" kind of way. When you wear something that doesn't follow the line of your shoulders or cut into the body just a little, you lose that structure that makes older men look confident. That quiet presence, that grown-up, no-nonsense look that so many younger guys try to fake. And outerwear? That's one of the easiest ways to get it right. Or wrong. What you want is something that frames you, something that has intention. Whether it's a wool top coat or a lightweight field jacket, it should shape your silhouette, not smother it. You should feel taller in it. Straight, like your spine just naturally resets when you put it on. And it shouldn't flap around your legs like a cape. Even casual jackets, bombers, Harringtons, even puffers, should follow your lines, not fight them. And no, you don't have to size down. You just need to choose the right cut, the right weight, the right fabric. Because when your outerwear fits you well, you could be wearing the most basic outfit underneath and still look elevated. Chapter 7. Wearing the same dress shirts from 15 years ago. Let's be honest here, how many of us are still hanging onto dress shirts from a decade ago? Maybe it's one you wore to the office. Maybe it was for that one wedding. Or maybe you keep telling yourself it still fits. But here's what happens. Those shirts get stiff around the collar. They get that permanent wrinkle from where they were half folded on the closet shelf. The color fades just a little, the fabric thins in spots, and the fit, well, let's just say it doesn't do you any favors anymore. The problem isn't just age, it's that most dress shirts, especially the off-the-rack ones, never really fit right to begin with. They balloon around the midsection, they're too long to wear untucked, and they bunch up under jackets. The sleeves are wide, the cuffs hang over your hands, and you end up spending half the day retucking the damn thing in. After 40, there's no reason to tolerate that anymore. Your dress shirts should support your frame. They should feel like a second skin, not like armor. You want clean lines through the torso, a collar that stands up, not folds down the minute it touches your neck, and sleeves that actually taper, so when you roll them up, they stay up. Not dangle like drapes. Fabric matters too. Cheap poly-cotton blends, they get shiny, they trap heat, and they almost always make you sweat through by noon. 100% cotton poplin or twill, even a bit of stretch cotton if you want mobility. That's what gives you the breathability and polish that separates the gentleman from the guy who just grabbed something that still had buttons. Don't keep shirts out of loyalty. Clothing doesn't have feelings, it either works for you or it works against you. And an outdated, puffy, plasticky dress shirt does not have your back. Chapter 8. Wearing faux leather jackets that look like plastic. Now this one, This one I see way too often. A guy wants to add a little edge to his outfit, so he throws on a faux leather jacket. And to be fair, leather jackets, when done right, can look incredible on a man over 40. But the problem is most faux leather looks like vinyl. Too shiny, too stiff, and too obviously fake. And I'm not saying you have to spend $1,000 on a real leather jacket. But if the one you're wearing reflects light like a trash bag and squeaks when you move, it's not doing you any favors. The truth is, bad faux leather makes you look like you're playing dress up. And when you're trying to come off as masculine, sharp, and confident, cheap is not the look you want to project. You don't have to go full Marlon Brando, but a good jacket should age with you. It should soften, break in, carry character. If your jacket looks exactly the same as the day you bought it 5 years ago, and not in a good way, it's time for an upgrade. There are amazing options out there that don't cost a fortune. Waxed cotton, suede bombers, wool blend field jackets, even minimalist blazers with some structure to them. They give you that same masculine energy without trying to fake it with plastic. And yes, I've linked a few of my go-to options in the description below. These jackets aren't loud, they're not trendy, they're just clean, confident, and built for a man who knows he doesn't need gimmicks to stand out. So next time you reach for that shiny jacket you bought on clearance, take a beat. Ask yourself, is this jacket making me look strong and stylish, or is it trying to do the talking for me? Because once you find the right outerwear and one that actually complements your age, build, and presence, you'll never go back. Chapter 9. Wearing flashy, over-designed watches. There's a certain point in a man's life when he realizes that less actually says more. And nowhere is that more obvious than with the watch on his wrist. Now, I'm not saying every man needs to drop thousands on a Rolex, but I am saying if the watch you wear is massive, shiny, covered in fake dials, or looks like it was designed to survive an alien invasion, it might be time to rethink it. The problem isn't just that these oversized watches look juvenile. It's that they try so hard to stand out. They start to look cheap, even if they weren't. The flashy metal, the fake chronograph buttons, the huge bezel, it pulls focus from your whole look and turns your wrist into a billboard for bad taste. When you're over 40, you don't need to convince anyone you're stylish by screaming it. In fact, the most powerful style signals are the quiet ones. And a watch that's understated, minimal, and well-proportioned, that's a sign of real maturity. So instead of something bulky and loud, choose something sleek, something that feels like it belongs with a man who's been through a few seasons of life. A clean face, a balanced case size, a simple leather strap, or brushed steel bracelet. Not trying too hard, just showing that you get it, because the right watch doesn't compete with your outfit, it completes it. Chapter 10. Wearing novelty graphics that make you look like a walking joke. There's a very fine line between having a sense of humor and dressing like the punchline. And unfortunately, a lot of men over 40, especially when they're dressing casual, fall right into this trap. I'm talking about graphic tees with sarcastic slogans, t-shirts with beer logos. I'm not arguing, I'm just explaining why I'm right. That kind of thing. Or hoodies with ironic messages and giant novelty fonts across the chest. It might have been funny when you were 25, but now it's just awkward. It feels like you're trying to show the world that you don't take yourself too seriously, but what it really shows is that you haven't updated your wardrobe or your mindset. Let me be clear, I'm all for personality in your clothes, but that doesn't mean turning yourself into a walking meme. When you're over 40, your style should come across as confident, clean, and adult. You can be casual, you can even be playful. Instead of novelty prints, go for texture. Go for rich, solid colors. A soft knit polo, a long sleeve Henley, a perfectly fitted crew neck tee in a deep earth tone. That shows personality without trying to get a laugh. Because when you dress with quiet confidence, people take you seriously without you saying a word. And the guy who really doesn't take himself too seriously, he doesn't need to wear it on a shirt. If you're ready to upgrade your wardrobe with pieces that actually make you look like a gentleman, I've linked everything I mentioned in the description below. Yes, some of it costs more than your average department store find, but it's worth it. These are the kind of investments that fit better, last longer, and quietly elevate your entire look. This channel is all about helping men over 40 dress with clarity, confidence, and class. And it all starts with wearing the right pieces.